talk about, your new album that's about to drop. The King of Everything Else comes out next Tuesday, correct?
Yep, Tuesday the 19th, King of Everything Else.
Well, I looked at the feature list. Talk about, working with some of the artists that are on the album.
Well, this is like the 6th album, including group projects that I've done. So, I've been around for a minute now. And for this album, I just wanted to have a good time with it. I wanted to work with people that were my friends in the game. And, there's no reason to work with anybody else for me at this stage. So, it was dope working with Ill Bill and Vinny Paz as always. I've been working with them for a long time. And Mad Child too, N9ne, who, I knew I toured with N9ne with Ill Bill and Paul Wall in 2008. And, kept in touch with him over the years. When you tour with people for a few months and you with them every day, especially a dude like Tech, who I, watched his set every night. He's one of the illest performers in hip hop ever to me, and I learned a lot from him. We're homies, and I seen him on tour at the end of last year and played him some of the stuff from my record. So we worked on this joint Bobby Be Real that we just dropped.
Do you have any funny stories with Tech? You know what I'm saying? Traveling with him and all that.
Man, I'll tell you what, we had a lot of fun, but more so I remember with Tech, when we did that tour, my wife, I just got married, my wife was pregnant, and I just started touring extensively. I've been touring since like '04, but not 54 city dates and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, man. For one of the first few days I was hanging with him, I was like, I got the baby coming. I just got married. He's like, it's not gonna work, man. I was like, what? He's like, yo, this life living on the road, it's not good for a marriage. It's not, and a few years later I was divorced. So, because it's difficult in this game to, when you're never home, to make a marriage work.
Of course, yeah, definitely. Well, talk about this album cover, my man. I'm looking at this right now, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, well, first of all, Scam 2 did the album cover. He did a Tribe Called Quest album cover, Eminem. He's, Ill Bill. He's just dope. He's a dope artist. So I reached out to him. I kind of had a concept for the album cover. I mean, the concept of the record in general is just like, I had gone from living in a kind of squatting in a warehouse with no hot water or electricity to kind of simultaneously like La Coca kind of doing its thing worldwide and getting into the movies, getting into Gone Baby Gone. So my life started changing immensely and I was making a good living doing music and movies. And, but I still had brought all my old bad habits with me. I didn't really know how to be like, a responsible person. So, fast forward a few years and I was just kind of at the fallout from getting divorced and, everybody around me thought like I had everything going for me at that stage of the game, but I was just fucking up. I was eating in 5-star restaurants but not opening my bills. And, just kind of being like hoodrich. That's kind of the concept of what the album is. So, I mean, the picture on the album cover, people think it's like, that's really like what my life was over the past couple of years. I was just wilding out. And, I just kind of was spinning out of control. And that's what this album is a snapshot of that time in my life. I finished the album like 6 months ago and I got sober right afterwards. So like I've been sober almost 6 months now, but this album is nothing to do with sobriety or any of that. This is all like a picture of kind of what a disaster my life was at that time. But it's fun. Like I had fun doing it. I was gonna die if I kept living like that. But the album cover is kind of a depiction of that lifestyle.